Heartfelt congrats. Party popper Zoey Klein ties the knot, a day full of love and joy. Hello friends, I am Elena, welcome to my channel. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Today, we bring you a story filled with love, laughter, and a brand new beginning that will warm the hearts of fans everywhere. The news is out, and it's one of the happiest announcements in the little couple universe. Zoey Klein, the beloved daughter of Dr. Jennifer Arnold and Bill Klein, has tied the knot. Yes, you heard it right. Zoey has stepped into a new chapter of her life, surrounded by family, friends, and countless well-wishers who have watched her grow up over the years. For longtime followers of the little couple family, this news is nothing short of incredible. Zoey has been a part of viewers' lives ever since she was first introduced on the hit TLC show as a young girl full of energy, personality, and charm. Watching her grow up before our eyes, from her early childhood days to this milestone moment, has been a journey filled with countless smiles, emotional moments, and now an unforgettable wedding celebration. Zoey's big day wasn't just about two people coming together. It was about love, family, and the beauty of seeing dreams come true. Those who know Zoey describe her as someone with a heart of gold, kind, caring, and full of life. Her journey to this day has been nothing short of inspiring. From her school achievements to her growing independence as a young adult, Zoey has blossomed into a confident and compassionate woman, ready to take on the world hand in hand with the person she loves. The wedding itself was a picture of elegance and joy. Friends and family gathered, their faces glowing with happiness as they witnessed Zoey say, "I do." There wasn't a single dry eye as vows were exchanged, promises of love and commitment spoken from the heart. For those who have followed the little couple over the years, seeing the Kleins come together for this beautiful occasion was a full-circle moment, one that showed just how much love surrounds this family. What made this day even more touching was the presence of Zoey's parents, Jennifer Arnold and Bill Klein. Known for their unwavering love and support for their children, they stood proudly by their daughter's side. Both Jennifer and Bill have always made it clear that their family is their greatest joy, and seeing their little girl grow up, fall in love, and start her own family must have been a moment of overwhelming pride and happiness for them. Over the years, viewers have admired Jennifer and Bill not only for their careers and public appearances but also for the way they've raised their children, with warmth, encouragement, and a sense of belonging that shines through in every family moment. Zoey's wedding day reflected all of those values, with love at the center of it all. It was also heartwarming to see Zoey's brother, Will, there to celebrate this special day. The sibling bond between Zoey and Will has been something fans have loved watching over the years. From playful moments as kids to supporting each other through life's ups and downs, their closeness has always been a highlight of the little couple's story. On this day, Will was more than just a brother. He was a source of joy and support, cheering his sister on as she stepped into a brand new chapter. The wedding was filled with countless memorable moments, smiles, laughter, and heartfelt speeches from family and friends who shared stories about Zoey's kindness, her humor, and her incredible spirit. Every guest seemed to agree on one thing: Zoey and her new husband share a love that is genuine, strong, and built to last. While the couple has chosen to keep some details of their relationship private, what's clear is that Zoey has found someone who makes her truly happy. And isn't that what every parent, every sibling, every friend wants to see? A love that uplifts, a partner who supports dreams, and a bond that grows stronger with each passing day. Zoey's wedding day was not only a celebration of love but also a moment for reflection, looking back on how far she has come and how much she has accomplished. Fans remember the little girl with the big smile, the one who captured hearts with her innocence and sweetness. Now, seeing her as a bride, poised and radiant, is enough to bring a tear to the eye of anyone who has followed her story. Dr. Jennifer Arnold, known for her strength, resilience, and compassion, must have felt an extraordinary mix of emotions on this day. As a mother, watching her daughter start this new journey must have been both joyous and bittersweet. Through all, milestones like these remind us of the passage of time. The little girl who once held her mother's hand is now walking into the future with someone she loves. Bill Klein, with his signature sense of humor and big-hearted personality, was undoubtedly a proud father too. Seeing Zoey so happy, so full of love, must have been one of the proudest moments of his life. Both parents have been open about cherishing family above all else, and this wedding was a shining example of the love and values they've passed on to their children. For fans of the little couple, Zoey's wedding feels like the next chapter in a story they've been invested in for years. From the early days of the show to life after the cameras stopped rolling, the Kleins have continued to inspire with their openness, their positivity, and their ability to face challenges together. Zoey's wedding adds another beautiful layer to that story, proof that love and family remain at the heart of it all. As the day came to a close, the newlyweds looked ahead to a future full of dreams, adventures, and endless possibilities. The wedding was just the beginning, a moment that marked the start of a lifetime together. And as friends and family sent them off with love and blessings, one thing was certain: Zoey Klein's wedding was a day no one will ever forget. So here's to Zoey and her new husband, a couple whose love story has only just begun. May their lives be filled with laughter, may their love grow deeper with each passing year, and may the joy of this day stay with them forever. For everyone who has followed Zoey's journey, this wedding was more than just a celebration. It was a reminder that love, family, and togetherness are what truly matter in the end. And for Dr. Jen Arnold and her family, this journey is one that carries deep meaning, joy, and emotional connection. When Dr. Jen, along with her husband Bill and their children, decided to embark on an unforgettable trip to visit little Zoey's homeland, it wasn't just about traveling to a different place. It was about exploring roots, honoring heritage, and giving their daughter a chance to understand where she came from before she became part of this beautiful family. For years, fans of the little couple have followed the story of Dr. Jen Arnold and Bill Klein as they built a life filled with love, resilience, and courage. Adopting Zoey from India was one of the most heartfelt chapters in their story, and viewers watched as this shy little girl blossomed into a confident, cheerful, and spirited child surrounded by love. Yet, despite the warmth of her home in the United States, there was always a part of her story waiting to be explored: the place she was born, the culture she came from, and the roots that shaped her early days. So, when the time finally came for the family to make this trip to India, it was more than just a vacation. It was a homecoming of sorts, a chance for Zoey to see the land of her birth, to feel the energy of its streets, to smell the food, hear the music, and witness the traditions that make India such a vibrant and culturally rich nation. Dr. Jen and Bill knew this experience would stay with Zoey forever. As parents, they wanted to give her the gift of connection, to help her see that her story began long before she joined their family. It was important for them that Zoey felt proud of her heritage, understood her beginnings, and carried that knowledge with her as part of her identity. Planning for this journey started months in advance. Between Dr. Jen's demanding career in medicine and Bill's business responsibilities, coordinating an international trip for the entire family was no small task. But they were determined. They wanted to do it right, choosing meaningful places to visit, making time to learn about the culture, and most importantly, ensuring that Zoey could see where her life began. Finally, the day came when the family boarded the plane, excitement buzzing in the air. For Zoey, there were questions, curiosity, and a sense of wonder. For Will, her brother, it was an adventure, a chance to see a new country and support his sister as she discovered more about herself. For Dr. Jen and Bill, there was a mix of emotions: pride, anticipation, and maybe a touch of nervousness about how Zoey would feel when she finally saw her homeland. Landing in India was like stepping into a different world for the kids. Colorful streets, bustling markets, and rich aromas of spices filled the air with life and energy. Every corner seemed alive with history and tradition. The family took time to explore some of the cultural landmarks, from temples with stunning architecture to local festivals brimming with music and dance. But the heart of the trip was visiting the region where Zoey was born. This was the place that held the earliest chapter of her story, even if she was too young to remember it. Walking through the area, seeing the people, the surroundings, and hearing stories about the local culture gave Zoey a window into the life she might have had if things had been different. For Dr. Jen, watching her daughter take it all in was emotional. Adoption is a journey of love, but it is also a journey of identity. Helping a child connect with their roots is an important part of that journey, and Jen knew how significant this moment was for Zoey's sense of self. She wanted her daughter to know that her story didn't start with loss. It started with life, culture, and a heritage she could be proud of. The family also took time to meet with some of the people involved in the adoption process years ago. For Zoey, hearing about how much love and care had gone into finding her a forever home was moving. It reminded everyone that adoption is built on compassion and hope, not just for the child but for the families who open their hearts as well. Throughout the trip, Zoey asked questions about the food, the language, the traditions, and even about what her life might have looked like if she had stayed in India. These were big questions for a young girl, but they showed how much she was processing and learning about her own story. Will, always the supportive big brother, joined in the exploration with enthusiasm. He tried new foods, learned a few words in the local language, and shared in the excitement of visiting temples, markets, and historic sites. For him, the trip was also a lesson in family and culture, a chance to see the world from a new perspective. Bill, with his usual sense of humor and practicality, kept things running smoothly, making sure the kids were comfortable, safe, and soaking in the experience. He and Jen often exchanged glances, silently acknowledging how meaningful this journey was turning out to be for their daughters. The days went on, the family immersed themselves in the culture. They dressed in traditional clothing for a festival, tasted regional dishes bursting with flavor, and learned about local customs. Each experience added another layer to Zoey's understanding of her heritage. But perhaps the most touching moment came when Zoey expressed how happy she was to have made the trip. She told her parents that seeing where she was born made her feel proud and connected, even though her life had taken her far away from it. For Dr. Jen and Bill, hearing those words was everything they had hoped for. They wanted Zoey to embrace all parts of her identity, with pride, confidence, and love. By the time the family prepared to return home, they carried with them memories that would last a lifetime. For Zoey, it was more than just a trip. It was a bridge between her past and her present, a way to honor where she came from while celebrating the life she has now. For Dr. Jen and Bill, it was a reminder of why they had embarked on this journey in the first place, to give their daughter not just a home but a sense of belonging to her own story. As the plane took off, leaving India behind, the family knew this wasn't the end of Zoey's connection to her homeland. It was only the beginning. She would carry these memories, lessons, and experiences with her as she grew, shaping the person she would become. Season 9 of The Little Couple has turned into a roller coaster of emotions, surprises, and monumental turning points for Dr. Jen Arnold, Bill Klein, and their beloved children Will and Zoey. For years, fans have followed this inspiring family as they face challenges with courage, humor, and love. But this season, the stakes have never been higher. From career changes to big moves, from health scares to emotional family decisions, viewers have been taken on a journey that feels both deeply personal and universally relatable. Season 9 has not only captured hearts but also left fans with jaws dropped as life-changing choices unfolded one after another, redefining the very foundation of this family's future. Right from the very first episode, it became clear that this season would be different. Gone were the light-hearted updates and small-scale projects of earlier years. Instead, Season 9 opened with the weight of real-life challenges pressing in on the family. For Jen, a respected neonatologist with a demanding medical career, the season highlighted the strain of balancing her professional life with family responsibilities. After years of working tirelessly in her field, whispers of a major career decision started swirling early in the season, and fans were left wondering if she might step away from her role to focus more on family life. The tension built steadily, leading to a shocking revelation. Jen was indeed considering a career pivot, one that would allow her more time at home while also exploring opportunities in medical education and advocacy rather than full-time clinical practice. For someone so deeply committed to her profession, this was a decision that shook viewers to their core. Symbolized the universal struggle of working parents everywhere, how to give your best to your career without sacrificing precious family moments. Bill, meanwhile, had his own set of life-altering choices to face. Known for his quick wit and entrepreneurial spirit, Bill had always been the anchor of calm and optimism for the family. But in Season 9, fans saw a more vulnerable side as he contemplated the long-term future for himself and his loved ones. A significant part of the storyline revolved around whether the family would remain in their current home or make yet another big move. After relocating from Houston to Florida in a previous season, the Kleins had finally begun to settle in, building routines and friendships in their new community. But opportunities in both Jen's evolving career and Bill's business ventures raise the question, should they uproot again for the sake of growth and new possibilities? The debates between stability and ambition, roots versus wings, played out powerfully across the episodes, leaving fans anxiously awaiting their final decision. Of course, no season of The Little Couple would be complete without shining a spotlight on Will and Zoey, whose personalities continue to blossom before viewers' eyes. Season 9 revealed major milestones for both children, from school achievements to new extracurricular passions. Yet, beneath the celebrations, there were emotional moments too, like when questions of identity and heritage surfaced for Zoey as she grew curious about her birth country. The family's heartfelt discussions about adoption, culture, and belonging brought many fans to tears. In one particularly moving episode, Jen and Bill revealed plans to take Zoey on a future trip to India so she could connect with her roots when the time felt right. This decision struck a chord with families everywhere, emphasizing the importance of honoring a child's full story while surrounding them with love and support. Health concerns also wove their way into Season 9's narrative, adding layers of uncertainty and resilience. Both Jen and Bill, living with skeletal dysplasia, have faced medical hurdles over the years, and this season confronted those realities head-on. Routine checkups turned into tense moments as new health updates surfaced, forcing the couple to reevaluate priorities and make tough choices about workloads, travel, and long-term planning. Watching them navigate these challenges with courage and open communication reminded viewers why they fell in love with this family in the first place, their willingness to share not just the joys but also the vulnerabilities of life in the spotlight. One of the season's biggest bombshells came midway through when the family finally addressed the possibility of expanding. Fans had speculated for years whether Jen and Bill might consider adopting again or even fostering children in need. While no final decision was announced, Season 9 showed candid conversations about what growing the family might look like, especially as Will and Zoey become more independent. The mere idea that the Kleins were open to this possibility set social media buzzing with excitement, as viewers imagined the beautiful chaos of adding another child to this already tight-knit household. Financial and professional crossroads added yet another layer of drama. Bill explored new business opportunities that could offer greater flexibility, while Jen weighed speaking engagements, book projects, and advocacy roles that would take her beyond hospital walls. Couples spoke openly about wanting to create a sustainable future, one where career success didn't come at the cost of family connection. These conversations felt especially relevant in today's world, where so many families are redefining what work-life balance truly means. As the season barreled toward its finale, the theme of change became undeniable. Every episode seemed to build toward a climax of decisions that would shape the family's next chapter. Would they move again? Would Jen fully step away from clinical medicine? Would Bill launch his next big venture? Would the family grow in size? Each question hung in the air, keeping fans glued to their screens. The final episodes delivered answers, but not without surprises. In a heartfelt closing montage, Jen announced her transition into a new role combining medical education with advocacy for children with complex health needs. Bill revealed plans to expand his entrepreneurial efforts while prioritizing time at home. The family decided to stay put for now, choosing stability for Will and Zoey as they entered critical school years. And while no new adoption plans were confirmed, the couple left the door open for the future, hinting that their story was far from over. Season 9 of The Little Couple proved to be the most emotionally charged yet, blending moments of joy, fear, love, and transformation into a powerful narrative about family resilience. Fans walked away inspired by the Kleins' courage to make bold choices in the face of uncertainty, their openness in sharing both triumphs and struggles, and their unwavering commitment to each other. These life-changing decisions not only redefined their own lives but also offered lessons in hope, adaptability, and the pursuit of happiness for anyone watching. For a show that has brought so much joy and inspiration to viewers over the years, this shocking legal battle has cast a dark shadow over what was once thought to be a happy and successful production family. The lawsuit, filed in state court earlier this week, paints a picture of betrayal, financial manipulation, and a devastating breach of trust. According to court documents, the producer alleges that the former accountant, who had been responsible for overseeing the show's production budgets and financial records, systematically siphoned funds over a period of several years. The accusations claim that this individual used sophisticated methods to hide the theft, all while presenting falsified reports to make everything appear legitimate. The dollar amount in question, $1 million, is staggering and has raised serious questions about how such a large sum could have disappeared without detection for so long. Fans who have followed the little couple since its debut know the show for its heartwarming portrayal of Bill Klein, Dr. Jen Arnold, and their children as they navigate life with love, humor, and resilience. The series has never shied away from sharing personal struggles, from health battles to major life changes, but this behind-the-scenes financial drama is unlike anything viewers have ever seen connected to the show. It underscores the reality that while cameras capture the smiles and family moments, the business side of television can sometimes hide stories of greed, deception, and betrayal that never make it on screen. Legal experts following the case note that embezzlement lawsuits of this magnitude often involve complex financial investigations. Forensic accountants are typically brought in to comb through years of bank statements, invoices, receipts, and payroll records to track the missing money and identify the methods used to conceal the theft. In this case, the producer's lawsuit claims that the ex-accountant created fake vendors, submitted fraudulent invoices, and even manipulated tax documents to disguise personal expenses as legitimate production costs. Perhaps most shocking is the allegation that the stolen funds were used to finance a lavish personal lifestyle. Court filings suggest that luxury vacations, high-end vehicles, and expensive real estate purchases were all made while the producer and the rest of the team remained completely unaware that their production budget was being drained. It is this sense of personal betrayal, combined with the financial loss, that has fueled the producer's determination to not only recover the stolen money but also seek punitive damages for the emotional distress and reputational harm caused by the scandal. Industry insiders are already speculating about the potential fallout for the show. While the little couple has faced challenges before, including network changes and production delays, this lawsuit raises difficult questions about how the show's finances were managed and whether additional oversight will be necessary moving forward. Some reports suggest that the network executives are closely monitoring the situation, worried that negative publicity could impact future seasons or even lead to contractual disputes if advertisers or sponsors grow concerned about the scandal. Fans, meanwhile, have taken to social media to express their shock and disappointment. Many have shared messages of support for the producer, emphasizing that the alleged crime should not tarnish the reputation of the show's stars or the positive impact the little couple has had on viewers around the world. Others, however, have voiced frustration that such a serious breach of trust could have gone undetected for so long, calling for greater transparency in how reality shows handle their finances. As the lawsuit moves forward, both sides are gearing up for what could be a lengthy and contentious legal battle. The former accountant, through their attorney, has denied all allegations of wrongdoing and has suggested that the lawsuit is based on misunderstandings and accounting errors rather than intentional theft. Legal analysts note that this defense is common in embezzlement cases, where accused parties often argue that discrepancies were the result of sloppy bookkeeping or mismanagement rather than criminal behavior. However, the producer's legal team insists they have mountains of evidence, including bank records and internal emails, that point to a deliberate and sustained effort to steal funds. If the case goes to trial, it could bring even more embarrassing details to light. Witnesses may be called to testify about the inner workings of the production, financial experts may present detailed analyses of the missing funds, and jurors could be asked to review hundreds of pages of financial records to determine whether embezzlement occurred. Such a public airing of the show's behind-the-scenes business dealings is something no production team ever wants, as it risks damaging the carefully crafted image of a wholesome, family-friendly series. There is also the possibility of criminal charges. While the current lawsuit is a civil case seeking financial damages, prosecutors could choose to pursue a separate criminal investigation if they believe laws were broken. Embezzlement of this scale can carry severe penalties, including hefty fines and potential prison time, depending on state and federal statutes. The mere suggestion that one of the show's former employees could face criminal prosecution has only added to the scandal's intensity. For now, the producer remains focused on recovering the lost funds and holding the former accountant accountable. In public statements released through their attorney, the producer expressed heartbreak that someone entrusted with such an important role could allegedly betray that trust so completely. They also emphasize their commitment to ensuring the show's cast and crew are not financially impacted by the theft, reassuring fans that production budgets for future projects will be protected by stronger safeguards and oversight. Meanwhile, the little couple cast members have largely stayed silent about the lawsuit, likely on the advice of legal teams who want to prevent any public comments from complicating the case. Still, those close to the family say they are stunned by the allegations and hope the legal process brings clarity, justice, and closure to everyone involved. Jen Arnold and Bill Klein, beloved stars of the hit reality series The Little Couple, have always shared their journey of love, perseverance, and family with the world. Over the years, fans have watched them face numerous challenges together, from medical hurdles to the everyday trials of parenting, yet through it all, their family has remained a beacon of warmth and inspiration. The center of their story lies not just their own resilience, but the extraordinary bond they nurture among their children, a bond that is truly heartwarming and emblematic of the deep love that defines their family. One of the most remarkable aspects of Jen and Bill's family dynamic is the relationship between their children. Their son, a shining example of compassion and maturity beyond his years, has consistently demonstrated a capacity for empathy and care that is truly remarkable. As the eldest sibling, he has naturally assumed the role of protector and guide, but what makes his love extraordinary is the depth of his understanding and the way he makes his younger sister, Zoey, feel valued, loved, and safe. From the moment Zoey came into their lives, it was clear that she had found not just a brother, but a steadfast ally in navigating the complexities of growing up. What sets this relationship apart is the unconditional nature of the bond they share. It is not merely a superficial connection born of proximity or shared experiences. It is a genuine, heartfelt devotion. Their son has shown time and time again that being a big brother is about more than simply playing games or sharing toys. It is about understanding Zoey's needs, being attentive to her emotions, and standing by her in moments of both joy and challenge. Whether it's offering comfort during a difficult day, celebrating her successes with unrestrained enthusiasm, or simply being present in ways that make her feel seen and appreciated, his actions consistently reflect a maturity and love that inspire admiration from anyone who witnesses it. This love manifests in countless small yet meaningful ways. He has a way of noticing the little things, an uneaten snack, a tearful glance, a hesitant step toward trying something new, and responding with patience and encouragement. His attentiveness speaks volumes about his character, revealing a heart attuned not just to his sister's immediate needs, but to her emotional world as a whole. In many ways, his presence acts as a stabilizing force for Zoey, providing her with a sense of security that allows her to explore the world with confidence. He models kindness, empathy, and responsibility, embodying the qualities that Jen and Bill have always hoped to instill in their children. Beyond the day-to-day interactions, there are moments that crystallize the depth of their bond, moments that fans of the little couple have cherished over the years. These are not grand gestures, but small, intimate displays of affection and loyalty that resonate profoundly. A shared laugh over a silly joke, a comforting hug during a moment of uncertainty, or simply sitting together in quiet companionship. All of these instances are testament to a love that is unconditional and unwavering. It is in these moments that the essence of sibling love is most vividly illustrated, and it is clear that their son's care for Zoey is not performative or fleeting, but enduring and heartfelt. This relationship also highlights the incredible parenting of Jen and Bill, whose guidance has fostered an environment where empathy and connection are paramount. By nurturing their son's natural inclination toward compassion and responsibility, they have allowed him to develop into a loving, conscientious big brother. They have created a family culture where emotional intelligence is valued as highly as achievement, and where each child is encouraged to understand and support the other. The result is a dynamic that is both beautiful and inspiring, a living example of how family bonds can thrive when love and respect are at the core. Zoey, for her part, has flourished under her brother's guidance and care. She has learned what it means to be supported, to be valued, and to have someone,